Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L. Tutoring Central, and if you want to keep learning and have fun while doing it, you're in the right place. Last week I received a question from Quora. What is the importance of effective note-taking? And a lot of students wonder about note-taking. Most students don't enjoy the note-taking process. They think, oh, it's more work, learning is work, studying is work, school is work, it's also horrible. Well, first of all, work isn't all that horrible. You need to turn that idea around. But I've been harping on the idea of not thinking of learning so much as work, at least not as drudgery or horror, and turning it around to think of the benefits for you. And that's the same with note-taking. What is the importance? I would say engagement as the short, very, very short form answer, engagement. If you are taking notes, if you are taking effective notes, we'll talk about that in a second, the difference between taking notes and effective notes. But if you're taking effective notes, that means you are engaged with the material, whether that's a text, whether you're listening to a lecture, whether you're taking notes from a video, whatever the material is, you are more engaged with it. You need to be in order to take effective notes. In that way, you're probably asking yourself questions. We've talked about this before. It's related to the SQ3R method. If you're asking questions, you're looking for answers to those questions, and you're trying to jot down notes in your own words, in your own terms, that you can understand later, that you can use later for study purposes. But really, the whole process is for you to learn as much as you can on a particular topic, whatever you're studying, and it doesn't matter whether that's an academic course or whether it's simply something for your own personal development, something of your own interest. Whenever you want to learn something, taking notes, taking effective notes can be a very positive experience if you do it correctly. And by that I mean get engaged, get interested in the topic. Even if it's an academic course that you have to take but you didn't necessarily want to take, try to find your way in to be engaged with the material. It's surprising how interesting almost anything can be if we give it a little effort. If we go like this, it's very difficult for us to get involved, and it also makes it much harder for us to learn that material. And what do I mean by taking effective notes as opposed to just taking notes? Some students simply copy. Copying is okay as far as it goes, and there's always a certain amount of copying, even in taking effective notes. But if you're simply copying and forgetting, then you're not really taking effective notes. I kind of question whether you're really taking notes at all if you're just doing it that way. And a lot of students do. They'll start reading a text book or whatever, and they'll take a note, they read, they take a note, they read, they take a note. If you stop them, and I have actually literally done this, and say, okay, what have you learned from the last few paragraphs or a couple of pages, whatever? I don't know. They don't know what they're writing down. They're just copying. But nothing is going inside their brain or their head. And they're copying rather than turning it into their own words, their own sentences, or their own phrases. Sometimes notes are in short form, which is fine as long as you know your short form well. But you need to put some of the ideas and concepts in your own words so that you know how to, well, first of all, you'll understand it later when you're using your notes to prepare for quizzes, tests, exam, or even to write an essay or a report. Sometimes your notes are very, very helpful in that regard. So you need to understand them, but also now you've had practice writing out some of the answers or the material that will be used for answers in those quizzes, tests, and exams. So you've already practiced writing answers that you will be able to use later. If you don't take any notes, then you have absolutely no practice. If you've simply copied, you probably will remember very little of what you've copied because you're not engaged, you're not thinking about it enough. You're just doing a mechanical chore rather than actually learning. So you won't remember much of the material, and you haven't written it in your own words, so it's highly unlikely that you're going to remember verbatim what you copied from the textbook. It just won't be available to you because you haven't networked that knowledge with other pieces of information you know. And this is another part of effective note-taking or effective learning overall. What I'm learning now, I can think, how does that connect to some other bits of material I've learned, maybe from other courses, maybe just from life, maybe from a movie I saw, maybe from people within my life. I always talk about this, about trying to network and make a web of your knowledge so that you have more and more points of connection, and that will help you to remember, retain the information and material, and make sense of the material. Because if it's something more personal to you, that you've actually sort of connected the dots yourself, you've created this web of knowledge yourself, it's yours foundation, and it's your base that you can go to. So when you have a test or a quiz, those notes will help you to prepare, and then when you go in, you will have already practiced if you've done the note-taking effectively. So think of learning as a positive activity that is going to benefit you, possibly financially, in terms of getting good jobs, all of those fun things. But taking notes isn't for you, your parents, your spouse, your teacher. Taking notes is for you. Just like all of the learning that you're doing, it's really for you. So in that way, it becomes much more positive, and you're much more inclined to do it. So, of course, notes are helpful for taking tests, quizzes, exams, all of that sort of thing. Notes will help you remember and retain the information. But the most important, as I started off with, I would say, is engagement. Taking notes motivates you, helps you to be connected with the material, which will help in all of the other learning areas that you need for that particular course. If it's a course you might be learning for yourself. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? I don't think so, but there is the blog on this topic this week, so I will put the link below. It covers it in a slightly different way, has a few points at the end that I might not have mentioned in this particular video. I tend to do a little more of a chat in my video, so check out the blog. I'll put the link below. I'll put a link for the website below as well. And you can check out the website for all of my courses on Udemy. I do have study skills courses and test and exam strategies course on Udemy, as well as writing courses and a math course and fractions. So check those out as well on the website. And I think that's it for this time around. Keep learning and keep having fun, and don't be afraid to take some notes. They don't have to be scary. They're your notes. So just put the information in your own words. Don't be afraid of it, and you can do it. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, and I will see you a little bit later. Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Bye-bye for now.